NFL Dream Season Week 17 after today. This is it, and look at the fun NFC playoff picture. The Buccaneers can clinch the third seed with a win today, and they face a pretty easy opponent in the 7-8 Atlanta Falcons. Early touchdown to Didier to make it 7-0, but then Atlanta would go on a surprising 14-0 run. It would begin with a long bomb from Chandler to his running back Anderson, and it'd be a 55-yard score for the touchdown to tie it at 7. Then on the following possession, it'd be a touchdown to the tight end Kozlowski to make it a 14-7 ball game. But right before halftime, the Buccaneers would drive down the field. It'd be Brad Johnson, 20-yard reception to Carl Williams, and then from 3rd and 4 from the 5-yard line, it'd be a touchdown to Joe Juravicius to tie it at 14. Then after 2 straight field goals by the Bucs, it'd be an interception that would seal it for the Buccaneers, Robert Kelly to the 40. So now the Buccaneers are 10-6 on the season, and they have clinched the 3rd seed, and now we know the Cowboys have the 4th seed no matter if they win or lose this week. The Packers and Cardinals would play next, and the winner takes the 6th seed in the NFC. Well, it would be an early Arizona domination. It would be worn into the end zone for Tim Hightower for a 7-0 lead. Then after a Packers turnover, it'd be Anquan Bolden. And then after another Cardinals field goal, it would be a 20-0 start here. But that'd be when the Green Bay Packers would get rolling. It'd be Tony Mickens down the sideline for a 66-yard score to make it 7-20. And then after the halftime break, Tim Hightower with a fumble, and it'd be returned by Konse 22 yards to the end zone to make it 14-7. Then after 2 straight field goals, it would be tied at 20 here in Arizona. But then after 2 straight field goals by Green Bay, the third would give the Packers, after down 20-0, the lead 23-20. Big field goal there for the Green Bay Packers to make it 23-20. But then on the following Cardinals drive, on 3rd and 12, Kurt Warner to Steve Breston for a huge touchdown, 76 yards for the score, and now the Cardinals have the lead, 27-23. But the Packers are driving, 3rd and 10. It'd be intercepted. Fontenot going all the way for the score, and now the Cardinals have an 11-point lead here in Arizona. And now the Packers have one final shot here on 4th and 22 to the air and to the end zone for Favre. They'd be intercepted by Rogers Cromartie, and that would do it here. The Packers lose, and they are officially eliminated from playoff contention at 9-7. Now the Cardinals at 10-6 have the 6th seed, but they have not clinched the 6th seed. If the Seahawks win, then they will be revoked of that 6th seed, and the Seahawks would face a very competitive opponent in the Titans. Seahawks, of course, looking to secure a wild card position with a win today, while the Titans looking to secure their portion in the 4th seed in the AFC. It would be an early Robertson interception, pick 6 to make it 10-0 here, and Hasselbeck struggling early on. This very next series, 2nd and 6, it get intercepted again, Eugene Robinson, and he would take it in for a score, 17-0 due to 2 pick 6s early on. But then the Seahawks would reply. It'd be Jeremy Stevens with a big play to get down to the opponent's 8-yard line, but it would only lead to a Seahawks field goal, even though that would make the score 17-3 right before halftime. After a Titans field goal to make it 20-3, it'd be the Seahawks that'd be driving again. Peter Warrick, nice reception. Then from the 11, it would be Sean Alexander, his 10th touchdown of the season, to make it 20-10 here, and the Seahawks are still in it here, down by 10 points. Then on the following drive, Titans driving down the football field, and this would lead to another field goal, 23-10, as we enter the 4th quarter. Seattle down by 13 points now, but they would drive down the field in a hurry. It'd be Peter Warrick down the sideline. He gets to the 50, to the 40, other 30-yard line, to the 20. He would break a tackle, and Peter Warrick, 80-yard reception, impressive run. And now it's a 6-point game with under 2 to go. Eddie George on the following series would get stopped for a 3-and-out, giving the ball right back to Seattle, and they would take advantage, driving down the field extremely quickly. Jeremy Stevens with an impressive reception, getting all the way down to the Titans' 7-yard line, but the Seahawks, without any timeouts, would have to go to the hurry-up on 1st and goal. It would be Hasselbeck to the end zone, and he would almost get interception. Lucky break there for the Seattle Seahawks, but on second goal, Sean Alexander, 8-yard score, and now the Seahawks have tied the game pending the extra point. Alexander now 11th touchdown of the season, and with the extra point to take the lead. The snap, the kick is good, and can the Seahawks hold off the Titans? Can they go into the playoffs? First and goal from the 10. It would be a loft, and it get caught by Kevin Dyson. Big play there, and now the Titans are in business. Now on the Seahawks side of the field at the 48. It'd be McNair throwing, almost intercepted. Seahawks missed a chance of sealing the victory there. On 3rd and 10, McNair would be looking, complete to Frank Wycheck, the tight end, and that would get the Titans in the field goal range. Can Aldel Greco get the Titans and steal one here? The snap kick is good, and the Titans, pending this kickoff, would win the football game. With 1 second left, the kickoff is recovered from the 21, Dyson to the 35, and taken down. The Titans have stunned the Seahawks, and oh my goodness, Seattle must be stunned, and now they are out of the playoff race at 9-7 on the season. Meanwhile, with the Seattle loss, look at the right side of your screen. The wild card round is set. We already know who is going to be playing next weekend. Meanwhile, the AFC picture is far from over. The Colts, with a very long road to the playoffs here, they need a win against Buffalo and then need several great things to happen to them. Early on, it would be great. Kelly would be intercepted by Kelvin Hayden, ending that Bills drive, but the Colts would get nothing done all afternoon offensively, and Andre Reed would get in the end zone for the first touchdown. And then after a Colts pick, it would be on 3rd and 6, Smith to the end zone, and that would seal it for the Bills, 14-7. And now the Bills have clinched the 2nd seed as they hold the tiebreaker over Miami, and now it is the Dolphins that have to secure the playoffs as they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who don't have a lot to play for now that they clinched the AFC North last week, even though Just Johnson, down by 13, would have a pick 6. But then after that, it'd be Terry Bradshaw that would have his struggles on the day, intercepted by Mark Anderson, and he'd return it for a touchdown to make it 20-7. And then later on, it'd be Miami offense that would seal the ball game, up by 23-7. Otto Stowe with a huge score, and the 59-yard touchdown would make it a 30-7 game, and the Miami Dolphins would go on to win by the final 37-20. But this win makes it very interesting because now the Steelers drop to the 4th seed because they don't have the tiebreaker over the Titans, and the Dolphins make it where there's only one wild card spot for 3 contenders here, and the Broncos can end all that with a win over division rival Kansas City. Now, the Chiefs have played, spoilers, 4 out of the past 5 weeks. Can they make it 5 out of 6? They have a big matchup here against the Broncos, and they take a 17-7 lead thanks to a Holmes 5-yard score. Elway would respond, though. Ed McCaffrey on the receiving end, and then Shannon Sharp with a 12-yard touchdown. So the Broncos are not out of it just yet. They have one final chance. They need to force a Chiefs 3-and-out. On 3rd and 7, Holmes near the first down, and the first would seal it. It would come down to the chain gang. Can the Broncos keep their playoff hopes alive? Can they clinch the wild card playoffs here? The chain gang, it comes right down to this, and the chains say he is short by inches, and the Chiefs will have to punt it away, and the Broncos drive down the field. Terrell Davis breaking a tackle, and he gets down. Did he score? This would win the game for the Broncos. And the refs are debating, and no. The second time the refs say no. Elway to the end zone on 1st and goal. This would win it, but it's incomplete. And the Broncos settle for the field goal with 19 seconds to spare. They could have sealed it here, but instead, it goes to overtime. Broncos are saddened that they lose the coin toss first. Fred Urbanus down the sideline, and now they are right near the edge of field goal range. Can the Broncos hold on defense? Holmes to the outside on 1st and 10. He would take it, and he would get open and would score the touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. The Chiefs have won 23-17 in overtime, and Holmes off the end around, and the Broncos are crossing their fingers that the San Diego Chargers lose, and then the Broncos would enter the playoffs as the wild card playoff number 6 seed. Now the Chargers in a very big contest against the Redskins at home. Redskins have nothing to play for, and the Broncos are hoping that they can come in and play spoilers here. First quarter, Chargers have the football from the 48, and it would be Charlie Joyner. Big leaping reception, 48-yard score, 7-0 early on. Bad news for the Denver Broncos. And then after a Chargers field goal, it would be the Redskins that would fail to get anything done throughout the first half. Offensively, Washington for 9 yards would come inches short. They would have to punt it away. And then after a Chargers touchdown, Redskins will have another chance here before halftime. Man in motion, Theismann throwing, intercepted. Willie Buchanan, 24-0 at halftime. Chargers just blowing out the Redskins so far in the first half. But then as we head over to the second half in San Diego, it would be Fouts that would struggle. An interception by Washington would take it to the Chargers side of the football, and then it would be the Redskins that would score a late touchdown, Theismann to Art Monk, to make it 24-6, failed 2-point conversion. Then after a Chargers 3-and-out, the Redskins would have another chance for more points on the board. But Theismann would throw a late interception, and that sealed it. Bob Horn with the game sealer. And now the Chargers are into the playoffs. Stunning 34-6 win. And now the Broncos are stunned. And now the wild card round is set. In the wild card, the Chargers will travel to Pittsburgh to take on the 9-7 Steelers. And then the Miami Dolphins will travel to Tennessee to take on the 9-7 Tennessee Titans. So while both playoff pictures are set, we have some games that are playoff implication, yet doesn't really affect anything as far as the seeds. The Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. It'd be an early Dave Casper touchdown, but then the Ravens would, in a way, dominate after that. The Raiders had nothing to play for. It was now 16-14, and this field goal would seal it in the final 19-14. Raiders still have the first seed, but at 12-4, they came into the playoffs with a loss. So now the Patriots and the Texans was a playoff implication game until the Chargers took advantage of that and getting the 6th and final seed. Dante Stallworth with an early touchdown for pride points. The Patriots can completely blow out the Texans, and that's what they do. Randy Moss in the end zone. The final would be 31-10 Patriots. Here are your playoff participants for the Dream season. Thank you all for such a great dream season, and I will see you next week in the Wild Card Playoffs. Thank you for watching this presentation of the Dream Season Football League. Make sure to tune in next time, and while you're at it, find the Dream Season Football League on Facebook.